in the game. What's happening, y'all? Watch out, y'all. I don't want y'all to hit up on the phone like that. I feel the energy, y'all. Ooh, it's thick in the world right now. Oh, it's thick in the world right now. Come here. Come here, Swift. Come here, Swift. Girl. Dealing with them false shepherds still, man. Where they leading us to, business-wise, you know what I'm saying? Land-wise, where they leading us to? Say, thank you, Dustin. Where they leading us to, man? Nowhere. Fast, too. Nowhere. Down here. Man, back to yourself. I think I'm like, man, I hear this. I'm out here. They done did a little cloud cover thing, but it's cool. I don't want to do it. Maintain that together. Alright, doing what we do. Got the thugs right here with me. They be trying to mess with the phone and stuff, so I gotta be careful with that. Thank you, guys. Hold up. Oh, you ain't gonna get the big piece this time. That mother got the big piece and flew off with it. Oh, you don't want it. You don't want it. You don't even want it. That attitude is spoiled, huh? I love you. Anyway. Just saying, man. So, we'll say out to everybody out there. You know, birds are spirits too. It's like, yo, we're really getting into with the spirit world. We ain't even playing back. It's all with that kundalini, son. Got the ether mic, got the feather right over there, so it's getting the downloads. Turning the energy over here to you. I feel the intensity. Something very intense right now. Something very intense is happening. I can feel it. Baby, can I please break this down? Hold up. Did I didn't want to hurt your foot. I ain't hurt your foot. Did I hurt your foot? No, I didn't. Say hey to everybody. Say, man, why you took me from the plane? I gotta give everybody their stuff now, y'all. Well, hold on. Real fast. I love y'all. You know I love you. You know I love them. Think about it. Man, them false shepherds and false prophets, man. Not even doing things in alignment with, with science. They're trying to separate science from spirituality and all of that. That season is over with. Now we're in the season of blending science and spirituality. We're in the science of blending spirituality and science, nature and metaphysics. We're not with the Darwins. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't Malachi York, man, wasn't he? I gotta bring this because they come to the hood, man. It's like Martin. They called me. You called me, man. So didn't he say that certain niggas came from bamboos and certain little, apes and shit. He was saying this, man, on factology.com, man, a long time ago when the internet first hit the scene. Hey, they got my dog Swift. This is Swift. Say hey, Swift. Swift kind of camera shot. You know what I'm saying? But didn't he say that, man? So now we have to look at these things as far as like spirituality and the Darwin theory, the whole Darwin. Darwin, we already know. You know what I'm saying? We're not messing with the Darwin thugs. Hold on, let me throw something over there so y'all can go over there because I see you really care about hitting the phone. You know what I'm saying? All right. So again, false prophet, man. False shepherds, man, they ain't lead us nowhere, really. So, to look at the Darwin theory, that kind of actually rolls, but it's not that. And the animal evolved to another animal. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't happen that way. The animal don't evolve to another animal. It's the spirit. The spirit evolves to the next animal. The animal's there. When the animal is not there no more, then there's a different kind of spirit. The animal becomes extinct, and then therefore there's another type of spirit that the Most High brings into reality. it's not the fact that, oh, you know what I'm saying, these animals, they evolve from ape to this, you know what I'm saying? They give you the wrong idea. Hey, what's happening? They're trying to give you the wrong idea of the true spiritual nature of things and how everything is a school, the kingdom. You have an animal kingdom. What's the head of the animal kingdom? So you dealing with us, we have to deal with the kingdom of the Most High, meaning that we're light beings and shit. Like, we're not just animals and biology and all that stuff, man. We're deeper than that. And this is my mom's tablet. I'm only, okay, be cool. Don't get in trouble. Say hey to the thugs. Hey. Alright, so I'm talking about the little, you know, false prophets over in our land that come around, and you notice them because they always trying to sell you things, sell you knowledge, sell you information that you may not have and be up on, make you think that they know all of everything, and you should listen to them and follow them and sell you some nationalities. You know, it's gonna work in court, man. I own my this, I own the square inches of air that I breathe, and the piss that leaked out when I didn't jangle off my dang-a-lang and shit. Yeah, put all this on public record to show who he is, nigga, goddamn. Just for them to tell you that they don't honor you any goddamn way. So what you gonna do now? False prophet? You gonna buy our way so we can get some more information from you. What's this information gonna do? What is it doing? Or affirmation or whatever you want to call it, what is it gonna do for us, man? You know? We haven't even got to a land to even try to heal from a cluster B personality disorder. We ain't even say what that is. Thugs, I'm gonna have to get away from the camera. We didn't even say what that is. Thugs, come on, y'all. Attention is right here, and that's why y'all trying to get away. You know what's up. Alright. Come on, thugs. Alright. I love them. So, you know, they never even try to even pinpoint the fact that, like, nigga, you fucked up. You got cluster B personality, man. You got sociopath and histrionic. You know, you've been gaslighted upon. You know, term made crazy, man. This is the term right now. Now you can look at it. You probably, this explains the reason why you feel abandonment issues and trauma and shit. You know what I'm saying? Why you feel like every relationship beginning, you know, she can threaten your abandonment issues by leaving your ass and shit. Before you know it, you're baby pleasing it all the time. That's why all this music is made after to you know, basically get you to feel like what a borderline personality disorder individual feels. Like, baby, please don't leave me to idolize, divide, and discard, you know? It's a very, you can say it's mental illness due to the fact that somebody that they cared about hurt them. Somebody they cared about hurt them really bad. And we have to deal with it as far as an individual and as a whole. So we was exposed to these things. False prophets ain't tell us none of this shit because I gotta say that. It's not going over there. I love y'all like a mother jumping, man, getting my babies. They're looking at me great. Like, nigga, you're looking at me like this. Like, what you telling me, man? Hey, what's happening? Glad you up in the giant. So, you know, so basically, you know, now we have to set the records truly straight because the Muslims are really still pushing that more on us. And it's cool with the Moors, but they really trying to make a comeback. What is it gonna do, man? We have to go to court and go every time we go to. We gotta go to county court and deeds, man, to put our straw man on public record and shit to let them know, like, nigga, I'm gonna be driving through the town now. So when you run my plates, it should be showing up that I'm that type of citizen or whatever. So you shouldn't even be pulling me over. And that's the only other way I can see it doing it, other than just arguing and lip wrestling with police and shit. But you know, we ain't even gotta be traveling amongst them. The whole shit. We can be having our own land and then making our own roads, man. Chilling. And that may be boring at the beginning, but having that cluster B personality disorder is what really makes a mug like he's gonna miss the world. Really in love with the world. But we already see what's going on, man. And so it's important to get to this stage. They don't want nobody like me telling you this shit. They're like, oh, the world is really on the inside. It's the energy. This is what they use us for. Once you get away and you see how they all act, it's really cluster B personality at its finest, man. You'll know the level of psychopathy that you're dealing with a motherfucker. It's just, you can just internalize it subconsciously or just intuitively. You'll be able to feel what kind of individual a mug is. You do now. But now you can be able to pinpoint it, though. Like, you can put it like, you can really just chop it up on paper. Like, man, you're this. You're comorbid of so-and-so. You know, you're a mixed in. of this type of shit. Oh, you're a very cunning histrionic, a person who likes a lot of attention and shit. Like, I mean, I'm talking about super attention. Not like this right here and shit, but I'm talking about histrionic. You would love to do some shit like this. But, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be humble. That's far not humble in a way. Like, you just gotta just be sick and chilling. I'm just looking at doing a knowledge and shit. When the clouds came in and I'm seeing mugs rolling down the way, they feeling that energy, they feeling the, broadcast, so I know mugs is looking and shit. I'm talking about things that, we don't really talk about, especially false prophets and shit. And now that they're trying to feel like they want to push the false prophet back, push the, make a false prophet. It's like, no, we gotta let that go, B. It's about this kundalini, paying your tides and getting that light to the crown chakra. That's the only way to the kingdom. It's the only way to bring the kingdom down to earth from where we are. The animals, they got their vibration and frequencies. We're not. This is not. What you call that? The Darwin theory. That shit is false. So, and we already know that's debunked already. But the fact that a person can accept that, can push that on us and make us seem like we're just came from a certain baboon, like certain niggas from certain parts had this type of shit. And it's not that. It's the spirit of the nigga that goes, your totem pole is the spirit. It takes, when you have to learn things, the animals are smart. They know. That's one. That's the foundation. For one, they know. Then they're wise. There's two. They have mathematics too. Then they understand. Then they have culture. You know what I'm saying? Their own way of living. Then they have power, which they deal with the creator, truly only. You know what I'm saying? Which is the true faith. They have all faith in the creator. You know what I mean? It's not just one creator. It's not that the creator just going through them. It's individual spirits in their school of reality. And they're going to be thousands of years before they get to this point where we can be in a form like this. Because they have to go through different schools. The school that we're in is very complex. You just ain't pop up and have a brain and you got all the animal brains in your shit. The reptile, the amphibian, the fucking, the mammal, and you got the god. So it's like you're going through schools of graduation off of the earth plane. They don't want you to know that though. They want to market their lower vibrational heavens and hurry up and get you off of the earth plane quick so you can go into their shit. And without celibacy, they know you ain't getting back. You ain't getting up to the crown chakra. They know you ain't. That shit's men. You know what I'm saying? Because the light is in. Everybody notices it. Everybody feels it. It's a frequency. Everybody feels, so they gotta go against it. And it's enlightening the world. Actually, the world. Like unseen in the spiritual way, like all the spirits. Now you gotta really, if people didn't believe in spirits before, this is what's going on. All the witches and warlocks, they use, little drujits. They use drujits or spirits or jinn and shit like that to do dirty deeds when they do these little spell works. It's like whoever's out in the open, like nigga, whoever hear the call, like nigga, who ready to do some dirt? Them spirits pop in like, yo, he said you want to do this? I hop in and do that shit. You get rewarded a certain amount, this, that, and the third. The Africans got that shit down to a T. Like they communicating with the spirit like it ain't shit. Nigga, like how much money you want, spirit? The spirit be like, nigga, we want 15,000. We want to have a good time at the hotel tomorrow. Shit like that, G. They grab that shit off money. So, but they know we're spiritual. It's a difference. There's really a big difference between, we're gonna say FBAs and Africans, nigga. When I say FBA, we're talking about foundational black Americans, not foundational black Africans, nigga. Because we already know that all they words and shit is used. It's wrong. It's like all the different times, the way that shit line up, they ain't lining up. False prophets and shit, everything they said ain't working. See, they do a political shit and they get a system in it now. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy because they put a fixing stuff in there so we can shoot running for Democrat in Texas. Like, no, I see they trying to change Texas up. They know what's going on, man. They had them on both sides. But yeah, as long as we cultivate the energy that we got right here, you know what I'm saying? What's happening, y'all? As long as we got that kundalini going on, your kundalini rising to the top, which is every month, it's like a special light that you have inside you. It's like at the base chakra, we call it Bethlehem. Ain't that something? The birth of the Christ touch, the birth of the Christ light. It connects with the light that's coming through. The blue kachina. Hey man, you connect that shit, they're like, oh, really? You really gotta be celebrating. It's serious, man. You think I'm playing the fuck around? You think I'm playing around? It'll be hard, they're gonna do whatever it takes to take your happiness. I just already know that. Just already know they're gonna do that. But you have a weapon, which is your kundalini. You gotta know how to use it. When we all use it together, it's really on. It's really gonna be on. And we got, we gonna have the big bro. Everybody's connected now. You know what I'm saying? The land get established. It get established. But you gotta be ready. See, we up already some years now. Now we can talk about it. But brothers, y'all can get right up on it right now. Like it will work right now. Stop that, baby. Why you do that? Get that out. See, y'all be having a way to do things with them, thugs. So yeah, them Georgians that jump in and do the spell work for them. But when it doesn't work when they get around the world though. When they go to different places, they gotta unless them spirits is brave enough to go to the world. I mean, to get on that plane with them. Some spirits don't like, just like how humans don't like to fly. Spirits don't like to fly either, nigga. They don't want to get on that plane and shit. A lot of them didn't even want to get on the boat. It took them a long time to train these white boys to get on that boat, man. The motherfuckers was afraid to get on the boat. The Moors had to train them. See, the Moors and the motherfuckers, they all work together and shit. But the good thing about it is that when you got certain Orientals, they see, not the true Oriental, but the Orientals that we see now. Now we can say the graphic Chinese, whatever you want to call it. They're smart enough to understand, the energy behind the shit. And they know that niggas got that certain type of energy. Certain type of energy. We weren't lustful. It was always about like happiness and shit. The only way you can be happy is if you're not lustful and shit. If you lustful every day, you're gonna be busting a nut. I'm telling you, every 2 to 3 days. That's a long time for some people. 2 to 3 days, like man, I'll be having they'll be saying it like that and shit. Like, oh, man, we got some long training to do. Long training. This is what we on. This is what we have to be on this season. You know what I'm saying? You got griffins and shit and dragons and shit coming, man. You can't be low in your motherfucking lane. Man, that's dishonorable and shit. In real life. That's dishonorable. But we already putting in the work, so they already know. The beacon is showing, the light is showing. Once this light, once they see it, that we're doing it, don't matter. We don't have to be in the same room. Just be in our area, man. And just do our connection. We're the lamb this year, dude. We just sit back. The lamb, or they say the goat, the year the goat, the year the lamb, regardless of what. Just sit back and allow the Most High to do what it do. Allow the Most High to do what it do. In fact, you start bettering yourself. You see, they hate when you better yourself. Narcissists gonna put themselves in your face like all the time. I'm talking about like whatever it takes to get that attention. Whatever it takes, get close, 2 feet from your ass. Got all about 6 feet. Your energy's gonna be so powerful and potent and shit that it's a blessing to be in your presence. Because it's like happiness and shit. I know it's like, man, look at them. It's why they try to bring me happiness. It makes you so sad, man. Because they know you have that power to be happy. Wherever you go, happiness is with you. It's just, if you choose to show it, y'all thugs or something else. I love you. Alright. See, all of them. That's me, I guess, on my little divine feminine or whatever. The nurturing energy. That happens to be Libra. We're in the Libra, the moon is in Libra right now anyways. That's that Queen of Swords energy, man. The King of Swords. I got a Libra rising, so I had to feel that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's that sword energy, We're trying to hurt people, as far as like with the mental shit, but it's like, hey, it's time to be doing now at this point. It's time to be doing. Don't you want to have fun in nature and shit? Rest outside? I already rest outside for years. How many days you want to call years? I know it's 365 in a year, so you've been already years, even months. It's more than 72 months, even longer. You know what I'm saying? But it's the fact that last night was one of the most beautifulest meteor shows I've ever seen in my life. Before I seen that big ass blue one the other day, not too long ago. That one was huge. It went right into the sea of the gods, where I used to go and swim at it. I worked down there. But it made the sky bright as a mug, man, brighter than the moon, man. It was just so huge. And I thought it was blowing up. This is out here. But yeah. And so I seen a whole bunch, like hundreds of meteors, man, last night. I'm laying down, looking up, and Orion constellation right over my head is really nice, and the stars is out, shit. And it's just like a whole bunch. Every time I think of certain things, it's just one gets lower and lower. You can hear them like going. Most prophets ain't talking about no daggone meters like that. Yeah. And shout out to 432 Drop for building on the meteors and the dragons, and anyone down with the Drop Nation and all of us. And we know the truth now. The ones I love, you know what I'm saying, and whoever qualify themselves that I see later. But shout out to them too for adding on to the cipher of just love. I don't want to say humanity, but just for the love of just like the sake of we need to get our shit right. Everybody doing their part, you know what I mean? Health is next. Sexual health, mental health. That's how you cure your mental health. It's basically celibacy. You know? Because we all got a little bit of idolized the value and just like, man, fuck this nigga, I don't want them no more. You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with them no more. You know, the idolized the value and discard mechanisms is deep. And, separatisms of these false heavenly kingdoms that we got going on. I have to bring this up. Hopefully it sits like this. Let me look over here real quick. Yeah, so false heavenly kingdoms, man. Now we can get into it a little bit. Now, reason for the season, we're dealing with false sabbaths and all that shit. You got Israelites doing a false sabbath, really feeling, egotistically feeling that they're lined up with the 4 sacred days of the moon. And they can be more often, they can't be more often than that. It's like celebrating Christmas almost, man. It's a holy day. All this energy we put into this holy and sacred day, and it's on the wrong one. And I know it's like the intent, but you got to do the knowledge. Everything is lined up around this moon. Your woman's cycle, everything is lined up around it. Your feelings, your emotions. The moon goes into all of the suns, goes into all of the zodiac signs, faster than all the moons, faster than all the planets. Or satellites, whatever you want to call it. It goes every 48 hours. So hence, if you're emotionally unstable, you want to become a lunatic because it switches from each sign every 48 hours. So whatever sign you is, you'll learn how to deal with whatever sign that is, or another sign other than yourself. I don't care if it's adaptable or not. You'll be able to experience that feeling of that sign dealing with the moon sign. The moon deals with feeling, emotionally. So it's important to just know these little things so you can build on this. This is not like you don't have to go into a cathedral no more. The music we made in cathedrals is just like music. You know what I'm saying? It charges us up and balances us out. And they know that when we turn our music on, that we balance out in our music. I gotta look at that over there. Make sure come up on. They know we balance our chakras out, even though we don't know what the hell we're doing. Even when we was little and laying on our backs and putting our feet up in the sky and shit, like up, not in the sky, but putting our feet up to the ceiling or whatever. We didn't know what we were doing. Come to find out, that's a yoga pose. And we always been doing shit like that, just out of natural inspiration, not knowing how to explain it. But now we know how to explain it, spirit shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting inspired to do these things. That's what we have to tap into, the S realm. And the more you eat, the more you refine yourself and eat more spiritual foods, like the fruit foods, because fruit is nothing but light, crystallized. It's a crystallized liquid light that you're eating. Fruit is important. It ain't meant to be there. Who else picking oranges from the tree and peeling them motherfuckers? You just letting them bitches go to waste and shit? Orange is the most superest thing. You can eat an orange and be full and be right all day. And you're not full in the gut. You're full in the cells. You don't even need to eat. You be so charged up. Like right now, the oranges is popping. The oranges and all the citrus fruits right now in the trees is popping where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So I can eat I gotta eat a couple of them now. I just ate one. But a little tangerine. I'm a little tangerine fan. Fruit drunk, charged up, spiritually and shit, feeling nice, you know what I mean? And then whenever that's going down, it's like having a drink of liquor and shit. Get you a piece of fruit again. That's what you're supposed to do. You balling in the spirit game and shit. Like, nigga, man, have you something sweet. Taste something sweet, man. Here you go. I guarantee you start feeling better. Once you start training yourself how to eat fruit, you see that's your food. You reach to the sky for your food, or dig underground in the roots for your food, you know. Get a couple leaves and things of that nature, but you can't overdo it on the leaves because, you know, we do things extremely. Remember, we got custom personality, man. We see things in black and white. We like, nigga, I'm a vegan. Nigga, I'm a vegan. Like, nigga, we ain't eating shit that's supposed we'll be malnourished, don't know how to fucking, you know, we think we healthy as a motherfucker, fucking everything touching, bones touching this shit, our skin touching our muscles fucked up. You know, niggas having spasms, they don't know what the fuck going on with yourself. In the end, you think you're healthy, you're smoking cigarettes and shit. Like, I got this disorder in your mind that you're just healthier than all our surveying shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that it's always refinement. Refinement is knowing what to remove that's trash and filth, man. And that's with anything. You just make yourself better, you know? That's all it is, really. And that's all we can do until these motherfuckers do what they do. We're in the year of the Lamb. We're supposed to sit back, relax, and cultivate our kundalini energy, our sexual energy. With that being said, you'll find your talents and shit. Whatever you have, a writing talent, whatever it is, whatever you choose to express. How about yourself? Or, you know, for others to maybe hear or learn or inspire too in the flesh. You know, inspire some wicked spirits. That's what we do. That's what mortals do. They inspire. They can inspire. Or we can inspire wicked spirits who don't want to graduate. You know, they see you like, damn, they actually putting in the work. You want to really make it right. When they send them daggone, you know, them spells towards your ass. But if you're on the land with these motherfuckers, like they want them. This is what they want. They want to get you on the same land. They're like, fuck it, we gonna get on the plane to come over ourselves. You know, and they bring their little spirits with them and shit. Their little familiar spirits on the plane with them. You see, the plane have a certain smell and shit because they got spirits on this motherfucker with you. You're on the boat, same thing. They got a picture. I'm about to post a picture of demons on that motherfucker with them. It's the same thing with different immigrants, with niggas and Africans and shit. You got Africans doing the same thing, man. Now they on the planes. They got spirit shit. They'll go and get the church. Boom, and then they'll be in the shit doing the church they way. And if you never heard church they way, Most High done showed me what it was and shit. You know what I'm saying? They came in the building up close to where I was at. They always wondered, who's godbodysupernaturalhealing? But they was like over here, I'm hearing them trying to finesse the women, and they doing certain exorcisms downstairs and shit on thick ass 13-year-olds and men able to grope. I'm hearing this shit. I'm like, oh man, my mom, I'm like, this man is using this woman, allowing this man to do this, whatever the fuck they're doing, it doesn't sound right because the girl didn't sound right. And it's like, and she was a pretty girl. She came out the room like, oh man, y'all doing some crazy shit. But he'll be like, all this shit. And nigga's crazy. He was really invoking that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I could feel him in the building. I could feel him in the building with me. Most High had me down at the end of the hall with the light glowing over there, even if it was dark. They was like, they'll try to attack. They did try to come through. You know what I'm saying? But only it's come through towards me though. Because they know, man. And you'll see, the higher up you get, they'll notice you. They'll just pick you out. Like, it'll be a crowd of everybody. They're like, it's that right there. Spirit, tell the flesh, a person that they need to inspire them to come and do the dirty deed. This is why I get in tune with the Most High, especially these times, because, you know, we got false gods warring and the end of all their false religions and shit like that going on with their false evidence is breaking down. You know, you're going to have a lot of little motherfuckers in the game trying to, you know, finagle their way into the big eye little you like their gods and shit. They'll just ride off the coattail of the false religions before them, like they all the false lords did. There's main false lords, but then there's thousands of false gods. It's like there's thousands of games and shit. There's thousands, like, you know, there's thousands of false gods, man. And they're in false heavenly kingdoms. They done live mortal lives already. And these motherfuckers are not all human. The Most High's trying to save your ass. He's the only one that can save you by doing shit like this, by talking about this right here. It's not that a person can just grab you up and bring you. If you was in that much of a bind as a motherfucker, we are kind of like that. But spiritually, though, he's trying to save your ass spiritually. Like, nigga, do you have nightmares? Nigga, that's where you're going. That's where you're at. You want to be able to communicate with your family in the heavens while you're in a dream state. If you don't know how to do that, then you're not spiritual. We're not in unison at this point. We're in the same book a little bit. We're in the same book now. But we're trying to find the page and shit. We're trying to, the patient one that already read the book got to come back and read the book back to the motherfucker, tell you what the word means and shit. Like, damn, we got to walk through the book. But it's serious, man. As far as like us for that Kundalini, that's your only assignment right now. You ain't got nothing else to do in this world. No other assignment. You ain't got to go find no 10 wives. You ain't got to go make $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else. All that get handed to you if you do this, which is seek ye the kingdom, motherfucker. That's it. And the only way you can seek it is through the Kundalini. You're not gonna go nowhere. You're not gonna sit down and pray. You can pray your ass to fucking sitting there like Buddha did and realize he couldn't even achieve the ecstatic state until a true and living had to say something to him, because that nigga was never about to kill himself fasting and shit. He's like, oh, I ain't gotta do that no more. Yeah, nigga. You don't. Let me take a sip of this water real fast. Hold on. Speaking over that. Speak on it. Speak over it. Because everything is crystallized. We ain't dealing with that carbon shit. Everything got crystal. Even the air, nigga. Even the air, motherfucker. That's why they try to poison the air. Because the air, you can speak shit in the air and it's magical in this motherfucker. Like, damn. You can speak shit, the words is formed like crystalline elements and shit. It's beautiful. But you got all this fucked up ass shit in the atmosphere, which is basically the transitional state of when the spirit goes before graduating off of Earth, if it does, unless it's being called, coaxed to do all these dirty deeds with these evil spirits and false evil spirits, binding they motherfucking spirit and soul, and they waiting on your ass, nigga. But when you transit, they over there like, nigga, yeah, nigga. Well, we don't know really nothing about the Most High, nothing like that. We just know about this, nigga. You see this? Yeah, that's all we know about, nigga. Because the spirit world is a whole nother place and shit. It's grander. You see, if you know how to lucid dream, you know how the spirit world is. Most High give us glimpses. It's serious, man. These motherfuckers think this shit is a game. You know what I'm saying? You think you're just gonna go to work, and these people is controlling what you do as far as like doing just clocking in and shit. It's like, the neglect of yourself, that's self-sabotaging. It's a cluster B personality disorder trait. And some is pathological. With these folks, it's pathological. All you gotta do is break up with them and get the hell out their way. Then most times gonna have their way with them and shit. I gotta listen to myself on that shit. I really don't have to deal with them. Yeah, I understand that. By being mad now, I ain't got to deal with a lot of motherfuckers at all. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they want to be the middleman to you getting money, so they make sure that the main thing you have to pay money for is a residential place. Forget the food, you know what I'm saying? The food, you probably can find a way to get food, but as far as like a residence, domicile, they make sure you have to pay for that. So in order to do that, you have to sacrifice hours. And some people are willing to sacrifice hours upon hours to pay expensive prices. Shit up. I'm having a living situation where you can damn near, you have to find ways around it. If you're like a naturalist, you can go to a place and get some land and plot and build your shit up like that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to buy an already built house and shit that's made, like, nigga, you want to move up in this motherfucker though, that we got the fucking pipes running through this bitch, yeah, you're gonna have to go to work, do this, go to work doing something that we can kind of program your ass to do, so you can forget about doing your great shit to get a house like this on your own, nigga. Whatever it takes to make sure you don't invest in the best or the blessed on yourself. Some people can work 20 years for a company. I guess you can have something. Mindset, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I learned that now. Just putting more into yourself. Pour it all into yourself, man. False prophets don't want you to do that. I had to come back into them niggas again. False prophets didn't want you to do that. If we was writing this out, we would have been all in Africa right now. Motherfucking having barbecues and cookouts and shit. Already, nigga. It would have been like, nigga, I'm tired. In the 60s, niggas would have left and went over to Africa, nigga. But it wasn't that as sweet and peachy as it was as it seemed. You know what I mean? Now you see. So it's serious. It's serious. You must know. But you gotta really demand separation. That's sad, I know it. But it's not really sad. not even hate. Separation, you know, because you're not out being offensive to nobody. You're not out here running around being offensive, trying to offend everybody, running, doing, you know, whatever. Only like gang members and shit, they do that. And that's dealing with different hoods. You know, niggas was like that. You know, it's like the same shit. Nigga, like I'm in the hood, it's the same shit. Like, yeah, you ride the hood, don't do no dumb shit in the hood, we good. But we don't have no leaders or no fathers or no men that's, you know, being examples in the hood and having businesses and shit like that. So boys and young men, young dudes got, you know, choppers and shit. Choppers and all that shit, you know what I'm saying, churches or whatever, now in the hood. You know, and don't have no type of discipline with this shit. So you gotta understand. Of course some cluster BS is gonna happen, you know? I'm just looking at the bird, it's not that's the kind of bird. I got this dude over here trying to speak up on it and shit. You know, remember, they call them, it's just basically, man, mothers just try to get you. Sum that up. Because you're gonna figure out, you're gonna realize you're not offensive. You don't even walk towards people unless they're like natural. You can feel the vibe. Life is music. It's tones, rhythms, notes, octaves and shit. As long as they keep us outside of our natural rhythm and tones and shit, of our natural musical expression, the harmonic expression of our spiritual and soulful being, as long as we're not in tune with that, that's what they know that they got a good win on us. But once we start tuning our own instrument and getting in tune with the main name through the heart, that's when there's gonna be trouble. Because everything on the outside start falling apart. You won't be singled out as much. Now it's like all of us is doing it. I mean, it's like it's something we never did. False prophets was afraid of that. You know, it's not about having businesses on, you know, their grids. It's not about that. We come up with creative shit like it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? We come up with the new shit, all that. But now it's time to be able to sit back, you know, and be to ourselves and rest. You know, because it's a brother that made plastic. I was thought about it. Brother made plastic fuel. I've been checking out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it's like, damn, we gotta really like build relationships with these with all of us that can be able to express our wits and our talents and shit. And just our curiosity of putting things together when you fucking with, you know, coppers and shit, you know, and stones and harmonics and tones and tunes and things. You know, dealing with your, you know, you connecting them with your melanin molecule. Your melanin molecule is basically the head motherfucker in charge. It's more than just your skin. It's melanin all in your organs and your mind and your brains and shit. Shit that you use it. Anyone who don't have the type of spirit that you have can't even operate the vessel. They look at it like, man, you know what I would do if I had your shit? Yeah, if I would crash, motherfucker. Everybody crash. Everybody got their own shit. Got a couple mugs. Yeah, so, you know, now it's just time just to get the false prophets up, man. You know, anybody who's the chosen ones chose themselves to be able to go with the all spirit, the faith is the one, the true, you know, true soul who sends the right people your way. You know, and the ways the ones who choose them, who choose the actual all spirit. And they know you're gonna naturally do it, so they want to put false all spirits in front of you, shit. False names. Even they use the word Jehovah and Jehovah and all that. That's an Arabic. That's not Arabic word, but that's dealing with Arabian. That wasn't the name we had over in Amaru. You know, Ethiopian. It's just Ethiopian. The name of the sound of the water, the wind, and the wind through the rocks and things. We spoke more as a passionate, vibrational frequency, if you said it. We're not even at that expression yet. We feel that we is, but we not. You know what I'm saying? We're not even gonna toy around with the shit. It's gonna be that serious and grateful. You think about the Creator, because I think about the Most High. I could tear up because I know the love the mug got me through now to be able to talk now. You may think it's not nothing, but you're gonna see this is the future, people. This is what's going to change everyone when everyone changes themselves. And it takes for the man to do it. And then women, you have to hold the man accountable, man. Tell them like, nigga, you ain't celibate? Because everybody already think that we thirsty. They already gaslighted and say that niggas is thirsty and we sexual beings. We want to always, you know, have sex with everybody and shit. You know, we talk like that, but it's like we're really young. And I'm not saying that's not nothing to cop out, but we're really young. We're so old of a spirit that we're young in the flesh on the earth. But we know already now when we ain't gonna fuck everybody. We pull back when it's wrong, you know? When we doing things wrong at certain times, just pull back. Like, oh, nigga, I can't do that no more. That's wrong. When you got a pathological motherfucker, they don't see that as being wrong, whatever they're doing. If they're sitting up doing things and murdering people and eating them, they don't see that as being wrong. Hanging them from a tree with saying don't wake and all of this shit, they don't see that as wrong. They took pictures and shit, you know what I'm saying? But false prophets want to be able to find a way to blend with people. We're kind, but we only have to love them from afar, and they have to see us as an example like that. As far as, you know, because when you trigger someone, our existence triggers these people. You know, it triggers their livelihood. Let's just smile. It triggers them, and I ain't even trying. You can naturally just be sitting and laugh out of the blue from a thought that you done had 13 years ago prior, and you done laughing about it now. You're a multi-dimensional, time-traveling being. Your life is a book. Like, you can go through chapters and sit and go through that chapter right there if you to meditate. It's not going in the past and living in the past. This is what you can do. These motherfuckers can't do that shit. They don't have no internal dialogue to be like, I'm this and I'm that. They have to tell themselves, man. They don't have that. They always, naturally, they have the, I ain't shit. I ain't nothing. That's what they say. I don't even like saying that shit. It turns my tone a whole nother way. You know what I'm saying? I'm Most High love me. He gave me, he blessed me. I love you so much, Most High. Thank you for blessing me. You got me all kind of situations. I say all kind of things. I can say a blessing quick. Yeah, remember that one time the police pulled up on me? Or remember that one time and I fell and broke my neck, but they turned me just the right way so I could be able to get up and move around. Still play basketball and football, you know, move around, flag football, all that shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wouldn't even know, you know? And then I learned the science of the spine just through that. The 33 vertebrae, and why you had a space in your shit in the first place, and why these devils had a chance to even get into your shit and try to fuse it together. But most of us was doing the work. I have to look at the sun's coming out. You know? Thank you for the blessing on that. So I'm saying, so these people don't have that. They don't have that. They get blessing after blessing after blessing, opportunity after opportunity. They don't have to stack shit from scratch. They can have a little piece and start off. They don't have the ideas that come from the Creator. I mean, from the all source, from Mama and them. Like, why don't you do this, son? What? Oh, yeah, you do know I can do something like that. Yeah, I got you. It's like a spiritual backing. So once you start building up that faith, but you know, they say the faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. But let me get a little bit deeper in the faith on another one. You know what I'm saying? Just really talk about faith and why a lot of us are just born with this inner faith that we have. You know what I'm saying? That we have this in us about the all spirit. We're always there. We call the all spirit God. Everybody else, they just say God just to be saying God or whatever. You know, that's the title of an angel that they got. But our God was a source of all isolate. That's how we felt. You know, and it's going to continue to be that way until, you know, the earth finishes its course and a new earth is born. Much the whole physical earth, like not like a new earth, like a thought, consciousness, shit. Like everything has a cycle. Everything has a physical, corporeal life cycle, and then it goes boom, spirit. You know, the earth, big as this motherfucker is, a lot of people say 6 to 16 tons. You know, this mug got the spirit too, so it has to go somewhere too. You know, it's not just sitting. That's like these Drew just want, man. These jinn, they just want to just answering the call to bro. What you want me to do? Instead of you just learning your whole how to use the elements yourself. You know, you ain't got to use these old dead motherfuckers and shit no more. You know, you don't even know these motherfuckers. They ain't your family. They're like, nigga, what you mean ain't the family? I'm talking about the dead spirits, the Druids that be trying to help with the spell work and the little Africans and, you know, whoever else, the little Barnes and Noble witches and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just calling on the spirits. They just like, they don't give a fuck about you at all, motherfucker. At all. Not even a little bit, nigga. Ain't a little bit. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't even human. Or they ain't even you, nigga. You not, the war is against you. These are hideous creatures, man. Creatures, man. You know what I'm saying? And you making spiritual pacts with them to get personal, physical, corporeal gain on earth, nigga. Consulting with these motherfuckers to get your little monetary gain on earth. Man, your justice, oh my God. And the thing is, a lot of these people think that they bigger than the Most High. You have a bitch thinking that, you know, you being nice when you meet her and shit, and she's liking all this, and then you have the first little disagreement, she'll probably be like, try to do the spell work right on your ass and shit, right then. Hurry up and cook some spaghetti on you and shit. You don't even know your dumb ass eating the motherfucking mama ain't even tell you. She probably don't like men either. Shit. She'll sabotage her own child. You dealing with all kind of shit. That's why you gotta save yourself, nigga. I'm making all this born so you can do the shit. They don't give a fuck. Spirits don't give a fuck. They don't care. And at the same time, they fucking the goddamn Barnes and Noble bitches and they sleep. Like these people, these beings are, that's why they all horny and sexual. They using their kundalini and shit. Like these bitches look sexy as hell, right? You know, got fat asses and shit. But these spirits is fucking them. And so, these spirits is having, you don't think spirits fuck you. They do. You know what I'm saying? They actually get to you. They can get to you and you don't even know. That's why you gotta train yourself in the spirit world. You have to understand, man, these motherfuckers, they on your ass. If you can see with the glasses how the spirit world is blending with the earth, blending with the flesh world. I'm looking at the water now. It's kind of like, I hope they don't go off. The water hitting the daggone shore type shit. You just don't know. Like it's hitting the sand and shit, man. You just don't know. You don't know when it's just that smooth. Like boom, it just hit it. Some can hit it hard. Some can hit it soft. A lot of these people, a lot of these spirits don't have nothing good to do for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just listening, like how that sounds and all that. The team up, and they not that close. But you ain't got your team up. You doing spell work. What the fuck kind of team you got? Team is sitting over here like, man, look at this motherfucker, man. We tried to tell her. They went against the wrong one and shit. You know, they think they're more powerful. When I had to say this real fast. You got a bitch that think they're powerful. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you think you're bigger than God, huh? Like, yeah, motherfucker, I got the pussy. You know, because niggas be all up on the pussy. But when you busting up, what is the pussy after that, nigga? So that means you ain't supposed to be busting the nut, man. Guarantee you. Because the more nuts you bust, the more you invest into this bitch. And then, at the same time, you ain't even got a girl. I know you can't fuck a girl every day unless you like, you know, a football player or something and shit. You can pay for some pussy. But you're paying for bitches who got gin and drujits and all these fucking spirits on them. You fucking her and all of them. Like, damn, some good ass pussy. This bitch eyes is rolling in the back of her head, G. That's not her. That's not her, G. So, it's just how it is. You know what I mean? You got women that play with themselves. Shit, I mean, I know about sex. I was asking motherfuckers. But the fact of the matter is, they do this shit. They'll sit there and just do this. You know, and we became crazy and shit. We got it from my mama probably and shit. Like, we look crazy as shit going and closing the door and going to work on our shit. You know what I'm saying? Not right. Motherfuckers had to be like, I don't want to hear that. No. It's the truth, son. It's the truth. Yeah, it's always turned back to the sex, man. It's always going to be back to the sex. You know, Solomon tried to warn us, man. And in Proverbs and shit, like, yo, man, yeah, beware this bitch, man. She'll be on the corner and shit, just hollering at all the dudes that want to pass. Oh, it's another bitch you gotta be. She be in the window and shit, just hollering at everybody. That's how the old school used to be. You know, you gotta be careful, man. You got the ultraviolet fluctuation going on, the sun hitting the nigga and shit, you know what I mean? They don't want you to fluctuate with your melanin and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta move the camera, man. They know already and shit. That's why they ain't even talking to you. I had to get out here to talk to you. It's the UVs, ultraviolet, man. Ultraviolet, man. Watch, let's hit the phone. They hate that. They about to push the button on a nigga and shit. They're like, hate this nigga. It's a nigga talking now. What? violet, nigga, copper, to the brown, nigga, tan. Man. Alright, so anyways, that's pretty much what it is. This is a beautiful sunset. I want y'all to see the sun real fast. If I could zoom in, man. You know, we got more than one of them motherfuckers over there now, G. I'm out here reporting out here from the Whoop for us, B. Y'all see? You know what I'm saying? I'm like the messenger out here, man. Y'all ain't got nobody here telling you about this. What for prophets tell you about this out here, man? We got mounds and shit out this motherfucker. That means that niggas done came out here. What? That means we got spirits out here, nigga. What? I don't want to get cocky on these niggas, man. But at the same time, just stay confident. I'm still be peace, and I ain't trying to what you call, because they already watching the NAGA. That's one.